It's Katie, the angel that says fuck, and Megan Dawn,
Hello.
57. That's her screen name. That's not how I talk to her.
Hey,
Megan Dawn, 57.
That was the second time I've been called that
I
today.
know.
It's catching on.
Alright, so...
This is our May reading.
And we're super silly because we just got done working a very physically demanding event this weekend. Our town had a festival, and we wound up manning, or serving wine at one of the booths in the beer garden for 18 hours. And
Not
all
like,
together.
Yeah, not.
It was over 2 days, but it was just like I said, physically demanding, and we're still catching up on all of our vitamins and minerals, and like we barely ate, we barely drank water, so we're kind of still a little silly from that, but we're pulling ourselves together and just sleeping it off. But schedules are tight, and she's going to be working again here in a day or so, so we wanted to get a video made while we had the chance. And we're at this dope house again, house sitting. Got a tickle in my throat now. That's exactly what I need. Sorry. Anyway. So we're house sitting again too. So it's kind of like we're bouncing from work to work to work to work. But anyway, that's kind of what Taurus season's about. It's getting the unexpected things happening, especially when it comes to money. We haven't seen any of these things lined up beforehand. They just sort of happened real fast, and it's like fulfilling work, and we're super grateful that it's happened. But did we see it coming? No. Are we happy about it? Yes. But are we tired? Yes. That kind of stuff.
Just rolling with the punches, basically. But it's the best way to do it.
How Taurus-y is it over the new moon that we wound up serving wine en masse, like gallons. We're talking.
It was I calculated it was like 107 bottles of wine.
Taurus energy was huge. It was the most Taurus-y thing I could imagine. We were making money by pouring people wine. Like, creature comforts is so Taurus-y. It's totally crazy. But I don't know. I love everything about how that happened. But I got some blisters on my feet and stuff, so I'm still recovering. But anyway, so we have more to say about the month of May that she wrote down.
The next main moon event will be
on the 18th.
Oh yes, it'll be on the 18th. But I'm lame and didn't write what it was in, of course. But it's gonna be at 2:11 p.m. I know the time.
I should know this.
The best days for fishing this month are May 4th through the 18th. If you're doing above ground planting for above ground crops, the best day is May 8th and May 9th. Planting for below ground crops is May 26th through the 28th. And these are sourced from the Old Farmer's Almanac, based off of the moon phase and the position of the zodiac. So where's the full moon?
It's in Scorpio.
Okay, so the full moon, the next big moon event is full moon on May 18th in Scorpio.
That means the sun will still be in Taurus. And I gotta look at the degrees here real quick.
And we're located in Southern California, so when I'm talking about time and referencing stuff like that, it is based off of Pacific Standard Time.
So it'll be in 27 degrees Scorpio, so I have a feeling that that's going to be pretty close to a full opposition with the sun. So the moon, that's pretty much how the full moons are anyway. So there's usually like an opposition to the sun, because with the new moons, the sun is close.
So it'll be very strong opposition powers.
Yeah, that's gonna be like about manifesting money for real, power struggles, for, stubbornness, secrets might come out. We'll talk about probably more of that later as the month goes on.
You know, it could ideally be a day where, because it's strong oppositions, you could get into arguments about money. You know, secret money, secret money, secret money.
Like that wad of money you forgot about in your jacket pocket.
Or like you have like an account somewhere that
Or maybe you embezzled and people forgot where that money went, and then it gets found, and then you get caught, and now you're in trouble.
I don't know. Just
it could be good, it could be bad, but let's hope nobody's doing that kind of shit. Honestly.
Secret money. That's all I really got to say.
Yeah.
Well, where do you want to go? Would you want to go forwards, or would you like to do backwards?
Let's go forwards, but we need to bless the cards first.
Okay, well that gives everybody an idea.
Yeah. So we're that by forwards that we mean like Aries first, to Pisces last.
If you haven't watched one of our readings before, we each pull a card. We alternate through each side who's going to pull first. We interpret the card. Then she pulls her card, she interprets her card, and then we put it together and give you a combined card reading. So you're getting
It's like mini readings.
Yeah, you're getting two interpretations basically in one, versus when most people in videos just have one person pulling cards. You're getting two different
opinions.
She's an Aries.
Two different instincts chiming in on the same.
Right.
So it's kind of fun for people that way. Yes, I am an Aries. My since we're talking about Taurus, my major Taurus placement is my Mars in Taurus in the 12th house. So I do have a lot of Taurus energy, and it is getting affected lately. So
and of course,
she is
I'm a
full-on Taurus.
My birthday is coming up in just a few days.
So send her presents.
Hey, I have a Cash App and I got a Venmo. So Megan Dawn 57.
Or send her candy. She loves that shit. No, don't send her candy.
Don't send me candy.
We've had too much sugar.
Send me plants.
She likes plants. Send her plants.
There you go.
Succulents.
Yeah, I do like succulents.
All right. Oh my God.
Cards.
Yeah. So what we want to do is ask the spirits of truth, love, and light, the ones that have our best interest in mind, including the benevolent darkness. As long as they have our best interests and growth in mind, help us see the forest from the trees, help us be able to understand what we need to get from this, whatever message is coming through. Bless our spirits and take away our egos from the situation and anything that we might say, so that the right messages get delivered. And we ask that you lend your energy by asking your guides and your spirit, your spirit guides, your ancestors, and any deities you closely work with to be a part of this reading. We welcome every deity that comes around that wants to, as long as everybody has their best interest in heart and there's no dark, malevolent fuckery going on.
Hallelujah.
So all the official things that are that we're supposed to say, I think, have been said. And we can get into this reading.
Right, we're going to start with Aries, and she's going to kick you off with that one.
Let me get my cards nice and shuffled, because I haven't shuffled them in a few
Well, that's
days.
fine.
Usually I pull cards every day, but it's been really crazy lately with how fast things have been moving. Just saying, this wanted to peek out real fast.
Ooh, the lover.
Gonna keep shuffling, but I love that card. It's so pretty. Okay, Aries. Our first card is Death Reversed. So, the process of renewal has begun. The skin is being shed right now. The things that we learned how to do and we're kind of stuck in are dead and gone. Like, and it doesn't always feel good when we have to change our paths real fast because of having it taken away. But the rebirth from this is always good, and it's always better for your spirit to be more in alignment with what, like having something taken away is always usually in our best interest because something better comes along. So we're in the process of having that ending and between the ending and the beginning. So there's like this inhale, exhale thing happening.
Yeah, I interpret death reversed basically as kind of like the other side of death. You finally got through the worst part of it, and it can only get better from here. 4 Wands, Aries. All right.
Is that something better coming along?
Absolutely. I like to look at this card as kind of like a couple that just got married, and they're walking away like from the wedding, and they're on their way to the honeymoon.
In this instance, one would have to give up being single and having that mentality die in order to thoroughly enjoy being in a partnership with somebody else. It would have to be a surrender of identity that you're used to. And it's not necessarily a bad kind of death. It's just a change. So
yeah,
it's that inhale, exhale process. And yeah, this might not be romantic, but honestly, that's the vibes I'm getting. Like, this is just abundance. It's a canopy of blessings, and these two people are super excited, and they're building something together. So
absolutely,
having let go of whatever previous identity, whether it's a person that wasn't coming through for you and you felt alone, or if it was just, like I said, the identity of being single, or just the thought that maybe you're alone and that was your identity, and you're finding out that, oh, it's not at all like that. You have more people on your side than you thought, and it feels really good.
I like that.
So that's really relieving. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think.
Oh, I really like that.
That's cool to me.
Awesome.
Amazing, nice feeling for Aries.
All right, Taurus.
That Lover's card did pop out. That's why I do think of by the way. I know we just called Taurus, but remember the Lover's card did pop out for Aries beforehand. So reverse death and 4 Wands is definitely got the partnership vibe for sure. Taurus.
The High Priestess. Taurus. Let's see. Get a good look at that. It's alright. So the High Priestess she is very within her power. She's confident. She's not out there like having to put everything out there because she knows who she is and everybody else knows who she is. Really, we gotta see.
She's got all the wisdom.
Right. Super smart.
She watches everybody.
Black and white.
Doesn't say anything. Weird. I don't know if I want to keep this as a reversal, because I really feel like it's upright, which is funny because it looks upside down this way. But so this is 2 cards that pertain to spiritual enlightenment here. Like, this is a very strong holistic vibe. This is taking time to meditate, become more enlightened in a certain area of life. And in this case, it has to do with balance and what you give of yourself. It has to being in tune with how your body's working right now is really important. Making sure your nervous system's online with yourself. Making sure you're not dismantling your spirit while you're trying to get your body to do what you need to do. So this is staying on the side of wholeness and taking control of that and making sure you protect it, I think.
I feel like that was very thorough.
That look on your face is hilarious.
Like,
You're like, okay.
There's really nothing else to say. Like, you just said it all in one little swoosh.
They're majors.
I like to look at the Hangman as kind of also seeing things from a different perspective. So I like to throw out there, you know, us Tauruses, we tend to be really stubborn. And she tends to be someone that's very confident in her ways. And with her pulling the Hangman, I feel like don't be afraid to look at things from a different perspective.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That whole vibe that I got, and this is why we like to do these cards together. I feel like the stubborn thing is really working out in your favor right now because it's actually protecting the core of what you are so that it doesn't get lost in the mishigas of coming and going and working, which Taurus is doing. We all know that. And Taurus is experiencing a lot of Uranian energy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the unexpected stuff, and you have to stay even when unexpected things are happening. So it's about just taking that stubbornness and making it work for you in a way that's gonna be healthy.
I like that. Very, very thorough.
Okay. Ready for Gemini? Gemini. Oh my god. The moon is in Gemini right now as we record this. And I hung out with another Gemini moon today just for a few minutes, a friend of hers. And it seems like both of us are in the same sort of amused but super sleepy, like kind of
laid back
thing happening, like just
which is good for a Gemini.
Gemini moons are hardly in one place at one time, so when they're feeling cozy like that, it's like you could finally have a real conversation with them, and they're going to be like wholly present for it. So it's nice. It's a good vibe for us this time right now.
So hopefully that's somewhat of a vibe you're experiencing too.
The moon
ideally
is going, like Mars is in Gemini right now too, so I'm sure that they'll be in a conjunction here probably within the next few hours. So that's cool. Okay, let's get this card pulled, like for real.
Yeah, Captain. The Tower.
Gemini. There's a lot of major arcanas coming out so far for all these signs. With the Tower, it's exactly how it looks. This is the Uranian energy coming and striking the Tower like lightning and causing some sort of enlightenment to your situation that is also causing disruption. And it could be a breakup. We got to see how the other card is vibing. But usually this is some kind of shakeup. Those crows out there are really going ape.
They're huge.
There's like a bunch of, there's like not a whole murder, but there's a couple crows out there. They're just being really interesting. So maybe that's a good sign. Crows. For Gemini, if that's a special like sign for you. I know they were out there giving me some chit chat, and I'm a double Gemini, so.
My Mercury's in Gemini, so I communicate like a Gemini, but that's about it.
But so this Tower card is a course correction of some kind of thing that's shaking you up. So maybe it's a depressurizing of a situation, which is good for a shakeup. I like that, but let's see this other card.
Six of Pentacles, okay? This card can be taken literally two different ways, in the way of you can either be taking or you can be giving. You can be the giver or you can be the takers. And honestly, I'm getting the vibe that you're being the giver.
I'm getting a giving vibe too, but it's from a different angle.
Okay.
I feel like this is like a debt forgiveness. Like out of the blue debt forgiveness. Like you had a debt and somebody bigger than you came along and wanted to give to you. And so out of the blue, the course that you thought you were on that felt so tense is now completely different how
Insurance. So
I'm getting the
vibe like, yeah, like something like
bigger
an
than
insurance payout or something. Like
something that you needed to come through, but you didn't know if it would come through.
It caused some havoc
overnight.
It caused some havoc, just like a
Right.
car accident would. I'm not saying anybody's gonna get in a car accident, but I'm trying to use
The car accident already happened because this came first.
Right. But now it's finally this bad is shifting into good. You are being given something to transition you from being in this tower position into a better spot. You are being given something.
I like this. This is actually a good kind of tower card. Good job.
Yeah.
So, Gemini, it's unexpected, but unexpected in a good way. That works for me.
Cancer. I'm over here writing down timestamps. So it just
makes it so much more easy for us later when we're posting this. Which we're probably going to have to take back to our house to upload this. Because the internet at this house is kind of in and out.
In and out. That's what I am.
And everybody out of state that misses in and out's crying right now. What? We live down the street from one. So.
Alright, so yeah, Cancer. People could be feeling jealous of what you got going on. Like an in and out.
Like, yeah, people are jealous because you have it.
You would be the man on the horse. This would be kind of like, you're kind of like the pageant winner on the float, going by, waving and smiling, but then you got people down on the bottom, kind of like, why don't I have that?
Hating ass bitches.
Just being envious and it projecting into hate. Like, that's how I interpret this card. Let's see what she pulls.
We have the Queen of Wands, which is very strong energy combined. It's like your confidence is in a better place this week than it has been. Maybe I should say this month. This month for you has a lot more rewards. It's more public recognition.
Publicly recognized.
And the more popular you get, people are trying to infiltrate your camp and make some noise about it. Like, not everybody's happy for you.
But don't let that stop you, because you're
not going to let it stop you, because you're like that bitch.
You're the Queen of Wands.
You're actually like when it comes to, if you're a dude and watching this and you're a Cancer, it's like, we're at Leo?
No, we're doing Cancer.
Okay, I saw the timestamp and I'm already tripping.
No, I'm feeling like
it's like
being within feminine energy is going.
It's about being magnetic instead of forcing things to happen.
Yes.
So this energy is like you didn't really. It's something. It's coming to you because you are of that vibration. It's matching yours. So whatever this is that's coming for you that people are jealous about is something that is matching. You became along that vibe. So it's not something you have to be like striving and working very hard for. It's like it's coming to you.
It comes
and
natural.
That makes people super upset they don't know how you do it.
There's always going to be haters. But the positive always in this like scenario will outrule.
How did your card get cloudy?
It happened that day you put Florida water on them.
That never happened to my deck. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dye your cards.
Technically, if I scratch it, it looks like it comes
Like
off.
residue?
Yeah, from the Florida water.
Weird. Okay. Anyway, sorry for the distraction, guys.
Don't let things distract you from being in your positive vibes.
That's right. Cancer, that could be probably a little easier for you because you're attached to things like people. And it bothers you that anybody wouldn't cheer for you, but don't worry about them. Cheer for yourself.
Leo.
Now it's time for Leo. Leo, what have you got going on? I just got this Cowardly Lion flash in my head. Like when I said, Leo, what have you got going on? And I don't know if that's like you guys just aren't in your most confident zone, but we'll see. I'm feeling a little shook up right now. No, not really. You're slowly moving towards your goals. Like, this is the Knight of Pentacles. He knows exactly where he's going and what he wants out of life.
Something's on its way.
There's something that's coming for you. So I don't see, unless you're like feeling impatient about it, what the problem is. There's nothing wrong with where you're at right now. It's slowly coming. That tired.
I got the Eight of Pentacles. So I interpret the Eight of Pentacles as an individual that is dedicated, involved, concentrated, definitely on a project and or work. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how to do it. People like his work or what he does.
He's detail oriented and
Yes.
getting better every day.
So ideally, these cards put together,
there's just progress, slow progress in the direction where you're trying to get. It's just maybe, maybe you're a little feeling like you're treading water, but because it's slow, I feel like there's like some impatience or something. I don't know why I keep getting that, but there's nothing wrong with this. Like, it's all building to something. It's like maybe even there's a journeyman position involved, something that takes you traveling.
That's exactly what I've been sitting here trying to think of. Like, you're going to be put into a position that is slow moving, but it's going to take you somewhere where you're going to be dedicated, involved, content. You got your pentacles all in a line.
Yeah, I just feel like it's like something to do with travel. But it also has to do with something that you're uniquely good at and not anybody else can do. So.
And it's not going to be the fastest process. I'm getting like the military popping up into my mind. Like, the military is a years-long process. Something kind of like along those lines.
Takes time. So invest yourself.
Absolutely.
Invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
Invest in what you're good at.
I feel like that was spot on.
I feel like that's pretty damn good.
All right, Virgo.
Virgos have been running our lives. Virgos are like so dope when it comes to creating the rewarding work that people are looking for. I endless love for those guys.
So let's see how the month of May is treating you. The Ace of Wands. So you're the man with the bag. Or maybe the man with the pants.
The man with the pants. Because skirts are skirts.
It's what's about inside the pants.
Oh, well, maybe we should talk about memberships then. Members only.
Members only. Okay. So Ace of Wands, yeah.
Oh, we're so childish.
Basically, put this in the terms of Varouche is the one who's
Yeah,
Ace of Dicks. So
absolutely.
BDE.
This is like new energy with ideas that are like exciting and passionate too. Like it's not just sex, but
No, that's
sure
not
is fun if it is.
That's not what I was trying to exactly intend.
We have the Two of Swords over here though. So this is like it's upside down. This is reverse Two of Swords. So this is like you were on the fence, but you had only two options. You had two options. You had two things going on. And you didn't really know what to pick. But I think maybe this last new moon really brought something new, like maybe a third option that you didn't think of before. And that's really gaining momentum, and these things are becoming more clear. Of course, the phone would ring. So that's probably confirmation, I guess, that things are becoming more clear. Like the third idea has come in, and it's changed this and that thing. We have a buddy over here. Do you see him?
That was weird. It only rang twice. Normally it rings a lot more.
But yeah, it does, and it goes to the voicemail normally. So that just had to be confirmation that this is Two of Swords, two rings from the phone. Those two options have changed to something else, to a third thing. It's good.
Be confident.
I don't know what else to say about it.
Be confident.
Yeah. Libra.
Mm-hmm.
It was 3205.
Okay. I already know. I'm thinking about it, but I want to shuffle my cards.
My nose itches. I got like dog hair on it. So, this is the Devil card. And this is like having attachments that are making you think you're attached. Attachments that make you think you're attached. Real bright. It's making you feel tied down, making you feel a little bit like stuck in a pattern, but it's in a way you kind of like it. It's something that's like a weird habit or a weird addiction of some kind. Something that's repetitive, and it's like that's also Capricorn energy. But with Libra, it's probably a relationship of some kind. So
Knight of Swords. This is definitely gonna be tough.
you gotta cut ties with something fast. This is something that's not like that's probably, it could feel good even. Like this could feel like there's different types of feeling good, and it's the type of feeling good that's hollow. That doesn't last very long. That makes you feel shitty the next day. That's what you need to cut out. Whatever that hollow happiness is, that doesn't give you true fulfillment. It just gets you by. Get rid of it real fast. Like, start over tomorrow. Like, right now, as soon as you see this. If this is for you, Libra, start over right now. Just
yeah, because this is tough energy. This is something
it's like
fast.
It's like a messenger. This is like somebody that's like,
yes, knights are usually always messengers, but considering it's swords, it's not something that's going to be on the super delightful side.
It's like mental anguish kind of.
You know, it could be a little stressful. It could be a little, it could cause a little bit of an anxiety.
With these two, it's like maybe a thought pattern that Like exactly a continuous thought pattern that you're having over and over again, that you need to change your thoughts. Whatever,
Right.
if it's not a person or a relationship, it's a thought pattern that you need to get rid of, that you're attached to.
Yes.
But that gives you nothing in the end. Like, it's just something that you can't solve by thinking about it. You have to go a different direction with it.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
I like that. All right. Scorpio.
So your full moon's coming up. Keep an eye out on that. I wasn't yawning so much before.
All right. So we got the 10 of Wands. So possibly your hands are full. You could have a lot of tasks at hand that are just, needing to be done. You got maybe a lot of family stress on your shoulders. I'm feeling like it has to do with family. Maybe you're a single parent.
Somehow overcommitted.
But yeah, this is definitely a hands full, keeping shit together and, trying to just keep chugging along. Yeah.
Trying to keep chugging along, all right. You're trying to keep things
afloat,
trying to move from choppy turbulence to smoother, safer, more unifying thoughts. Something that's feeling a lot more smooth and more aligned with your emotions.
Scorpio, you could be working a lot, ideally,
just
for a big goal, though. Like, you're trying to get somewhere. You could be trying to buy a house, you could be needing a car, or you could be trying to save up for a new car. Your hands are full. But it's to get you somewhere. You're going somewhere. It's taking you somewhere. And it's not exactly super easy. He doesn't look like he's having the easiest time. And look, that's a swords card. Of course they're going to come upon a few little ripples, but they're still going to get to where they're going.
The thing is, his passion is so great. He wants to get there and finish the job.
Absolutely. Scorpio, that sounds like actually a pretty good month for you guys.
Okay, Sag. We have the 9. I think that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of Wands. You've been passionately defending something, and it's getting you exhausted, but you're standing your ground.
Yeah, you're on the defense. You're holding your ground.
There's something that's worth protecting to you. Something maybe that has to do with the way you feel, like your life, your lifestyle that you're willing to fight for. Perhaps a decision you made about your lifestyle is something that you're having to defend.
Yes, but defending is going to get you somewhere, because just like Scorpio, we got the 6 of Swords. So this battle you are facing, you're holding this ground.
It's like you're fighting to be on the same page with somebody.
It's going to take you somewhere, but it's not going to be an easy ride. It's going to be bumpy here and there. You're defending something you love. You're defending someone you love.
And it's going to be worth it, because it's going to take you to somewhere smoother.
Mm-hmm.
You can get on the same page with whatever this is. It's something that is attainable. It's just taking effort.
Yes.
Effort.
Absolutely, and just roll with the punches.
Worth the challenge.
and you're gonna get to where you want to go. This month is about transitioning into the direction of where you want to go.
Your highest good? No big deal. You got this.
Capricorn.
Knight of Swords. I don't even know if I was supposed to be first.
No, but it's okay.
This is how it's going sometimes. I guess the Knight of Swords was just in too big of a hurry.
He's got something to say.
He wants to make a point. He's got a delivery of a message. It's very fast, very urgent. Capricorns, what is it that you're trying to get across to somebody?
His mouth can sometimes be a little sharp. Things can fly out of his mouth, and they could poke at the heart a little bit.
We know it's not a joke, even if you say, ha ha ha, I was just joking. Ha ha ha. We know that. It's not. Okay. So don't even pretend. So you're in a hurry about something emotional?
Absolutely. Ace of Cups is a card of emotional fulfillment, but with the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups, you might get a message. You might have somebody come to you with something that you don't really want to hear. It may be hard to hear. It may hurt your heart. But in reality, it's going to make you feel better at the end of the day with your emotions. You will finally feel whole within your emotions once something comes out. You don't realize it now, but you will feel whole afterwards. It's kind of like a sigh of relief,
It's like maybe even there's something that's been on your chest that you need to get out.
Absolutely.
And it has to do with how say you want to quit your job or something.
And all that anxiety is building up.
And you're just tired of the same patterns, and you finally are thinking about saying to your boss, I'm fucking done, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you feel good to think about being over with it.
And it's sharp. It hurts to have to let your boss know you're leaving, especially if at one point.
But the fact that it's gonna kind of fly out of your mouth. It's gonna fly out of somebody's mouth really fast.
And at the end of the day, you're gonna feel so much better.
Don't worry about it so much. Speak your mind.
All right, Aquarius. I get to pull first. Ace of Pentacles, all right? So this month of May, Aquarius, I said that so weird.
Aquarius.
Okay, so Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, he's rich with his money and he just sits here. And I just totally, I bet Mr. Burns is an Aquarius.
I never thought about that.
Because in a way, he reminds me of my dad.
He does have a...
Boom, and the phone rings.
You gotta look it up. But he does have a gorilla vest. That seems pretty Aquarian.
Right. He's got just the weirdest shit.
The fact that he had those world leaders locked up in his closet with no air. Yeah. That sounds Aquarian, yeah.
So
megalomania. Oh, come on, don't be mad at me. I'm joking.
You're in your money. You got the bag.
So
maybe time to party.
Yeah, this is a gift from
share
this is
share
a gift
your
of
wealth.
abundance, and
share your wealth.
You have people that are willing to toast to your success and who are on your side and really want to celebrate you and what you have going. Like, there's an abundance for you that's got people involved. So hopefully that means that
I want to share a story.
that it's go for it.
My dad, growing up, he was a penny pincher. Okay. And he actually had good money, and I really feel like it would have made him feel more fulfilled in the long run to share his wealth rather than hold on to it. It would have been a different perspective of wealth. I mean, like, of happiness and abundance. Like, he would have felt fulfilled, and by sharing his wealth, it would have been that much more greater rather than him penny pinching.
Well, the level of enjoyment is increased.
Right.
When you share.
Exactly.
By far.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, I'm not worried about Aquarius really wanting to share it because...
No.
In fact, I'm a little bit worried about them wanting to share it too much because it's like... Well, you can overindulge with this card really easy, so I'm a little bit worried about it coming in and not being taken for serious and not taken for granted. You want to make sure that you appreciate what comes in here and not fritter it away, but celebrate at the same time, but do it mindfully. Sound good, guys?
Sounds right on point.
Pisces, you're the last, but not the least.
Oh, that one just flew out. So,
Neptune.
The Hanged Man. What was that? That was 46. Okay, so the Hanged Man, I interpret that as seeing things from a different perspective. You know, kind of getting on top of the hill and just being like, wow, like, I never saw things like this. The yellow, like, around his head, I interpret as enlightenment. It's kind of hard to see.
Sometimes I want to, because it's Pisces energy we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to equate it to the Hangman card is like those days when you come out of having a hangover or being really drunk and you're like starting to feel good again and you're like, I see, everything feels better and I get it now. Like, you feel almost reborn. You know, because you put yourself through something unnecessary or put yourself through something, period, of some sort of trial, period. So it's like refreshment of like thoughts. Now, this is my hand. 6 of Swords upside down.
This is the third time this card has came out.
So, for all the readings, so it's like the 6 of Swords to me with this reversed. You're going to have to but stay maybe in that moment of reflection a little bit longer, like in the middle of trying to figure things out, because it's not going to be overnight. It's going to take more time to get things to where they're on the same page. Of a one thought, like you might be having trouble with your energy as far as maintaining the same desires. You might not know what you want so much, and you're having a hard time holding what it is in your heart that you want because you just don't have a single picture of it.
Yeah, that kind of goes along with what I'm about to say. Is I'm feeling with the two of these cards combined is that you're concentrating on trying to see things too much from the other perspective. It's taking you off balance, and it's like taking you off course. Like,
so you got to go inside to find out what your truth is. You can't get that from somebody else.
Right. Yeah. You're trying to see it from how this person tells you to do it, or how this person tells you to do it, and trying to do how this person telling you to do it. when you just need to slow down and figure out how you want to do it. Okay? Because all that from everybody trying to give you advice and stuff like that, and you trying to do it, it's taking you 10 times longer than if you would just stop, meditate, and figure out the way you want to do it.
That sounds pretty good to me. Pisces, you got to stop caring what other people think.
Yes, this month is about you.
Stop
this
it.
month is about your needs and the way you want to do things.
So that wraps up that reading. A bunch of readings for everybody.
Yep, for the month of May.
I don't even know if we have any like good gossip to share right now. Like, I feel so even. We talked a little bit about gossip stuff beforehand. That is so annoying. The dryer beep.
Yeah, I don't know why it goes so many
It goes off like 8 times.
But if you need more information about your natal charts, like your sun, moon, rising, your Mercury, all those little things we tend to talk about, and she's your girl to ask for that kind of stuff.
I would love to help you with it.
She will help you, if you want to book a reading with either one of us. We'll have our information down below. Email is probably the best way to contact us in regards to getting a reading, so that we can just go back and forth from there.
Pretty much.
Besides that, we hope you guys really have an awesome month of May. It always tends to be my favorite month because, well, it's my birthday month, but it's a month of fertility. We just had May Day, so I hope this is a very big blossoming time for you guys.
I agree.
And just a month of enjoyment.
Take care of your bodies while you're out there kicking ass, okay?
All right. See you guys
Mwah.
on our next video.